Joined now with the 4A State Cross Country Individual Champions on First Bank of Wyoming Sports Friday, both from Jackson Hole High School. That's Mason Wheeler and Kate Brigham. Mason Wheeler, Kate, hey guys, how are you today?
Good.
Doing well.
Good.
Yeah.
Hey, well, appreciate you taking some time to chat. First off, out of the gate, guys, congrats to you, 4A state champs. In fact, both of you posting the fastest times in the state, regardless of classification. So that's got to be really exciting, and congratulations to you guys. Kate, let's start with you. What was it like to cross the finish line and reach that goal that you've been working so hard for to become a state champion?
Yeah, felt really good, especially after track. Just like, I think that success kind of helped me with my confidence, especially in cross country. And it was really nice to finish one for the team, and most of our the rest of the team had a pretty good race, so it was a good day overall. Yeah.
Absolutely. Mason, what about you when you crossed that finish line and was first out in front? What was that moment like?
It was mainly a moment of relief, honestly. I've been kind of skirting around the top spot at state meets for the past couple of years, and it felt good to finally get it done.
Absolutely. So I got to ask you guys, what do you like most about cross country? Now that the season's behind you, it went the way you'd hoped it went, obviously, at least in the conclusion part. Now that it's behind you, what are you going to miss most about this season? Mason, let's start with you on that one.
I would say the thing I like the most about cross country that you don't always get in track is track's really focused on the times. Where cross country, it's like you versus your competitors out on the course. Like the course could be slow, the course could be long, but that doesn't really matter because you're racing for places, not times, and it's about the competitiveness between athletes instead of competitiveness between you and the clock.
And Kate, what about you? What do you love most about racing and being part of cross country?
I just think it's a super honest sport. Kind of get in what you put in. So. Yeah, you know exactly how good you are based off of a time, and I think that's something that I really appreciate about it. It's just you really can see kind of the work that you put in play out. So that's awesome about it.
You know, one thing I've learned, and I'm obviously not a runner. I know you're shocked and you're both really surprised, but I'm not much of a runner. But one thing I've learned is that there actually is a little strategy to it, that it's not just, hey, we're going to go out and try and be faster than the next people, right? Tell us about some of the strategy, Kate, that goes into running a successful race that makes it work the way it's supposed to work.
Yeah, I mean, for me, especially these past couple of races, I've kind of felt it out more than actually racing, and I feel I haven't really gone into it with much of a strategy. I feel Mason has more strategy when it comes to racing. So I guess when I was in the race, I think 2 minutes in, I kind of decided to go for it, and I wasn't really sure, and I was kind of taking a chance and running pretty scared, but yeah, I guess it worked out for me in the end, so that was my strategy.
Well, Mason, Kate kind of put you on the spot there. She said you got more strategy, so I'll ask you the same question now. What is it about the strategy of cross country that maybe people don't realize that are not inside the sport itself?
I think what people see on the surface is that the fastest runner wins the race, which when you get down to it is true, but also it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. The fastest runner in a race isn't necessarily going to win. It's usually going to be the smartest one. It has to be a mixture of the two. Strategy, at least in my racing, is incredibly important. The place where you put in moves in a race is almost as important as the moves you make. And team strategy is another big thing, like how you fit your team into the overall scoring so you can win meets as a whole.
Again, we're speaking with Mason Wheeler and Kate Brigham, both from Jackson Hole High School and the 4A State Individual Cross Country Champions from last weekend's State Cross Country event that was held in Ethity on Saturday over the last weekend. Guys, again, congratulations. Thanks for your time. A couple questions for you before we close out here. Mason, we'll start with you. Now that you have become a state champion, what advice do you have for maybe the up-and-coming runners, the next cross-country group? What does it take to become a state champ?
I think what really made the shift for me from being a good cross-country runner to being a state champion level cross-country runner was when I started to train consistently. you can run a super hard workout once every 3 weeks and not get much better. But it's when you implement like a consistent routine of training that you really start seeing those gains.
And Kate, what about you? What went on behind the scenes for you as you worked up to the state event so that you could be prepared to win that thing?
Yeah, so I mean, I think for me, like the biggest thing was just like taking my easy days like super easy, and those hard days like really hitting them hard. And I think that's like, it sounds like stupid, but I feel like a lot of like young people like get super excited and like want to like crush every single run. And I think it really like, you got to be patient and like kind of trust the process a bit more and like build up to that. And so I'd say like really take it easy. Like don't do some crazy high mileage when you're like a freshman. I'd say like build super slow. Like the results are going to come if you like put in the work and if you're patient. And I think that was like the biggest thing for me to learn throughout my cross country seasons, I guess. Yeah.
No, great answer. Appreciate again both of you, and again congratulations. What's next for you guys? Mason first, and then Kate. What do you guys have planned? Of course, indoor track and then outdoor track in the spring, I'm assuming. But even after high school, what's next?
Well, actually, Jackson does not have an indoor program. We just don't have the facilities or an indoor track. So Kate and I both compete in Nordic skiing over the winter to stay in shape for track season. Looking at the rest of this cross country season, we have one more race in Boise mid-November that we're kind of working up to. And then after high school is still kind of up in the air for me. I don't know about Kate, but
yeah. So, I mean. Yeah, like Mason said, we have like Nordic, and I consider us pretty like high level in that. So like we have like pretty much 3 seasons back to back, pretty like intense. So yeah, we have that, and then I guess after, I mean, I'm looking at like running probably in college, but I get to see how the Nordic season goes, and I'll decide after. But right now, I'm like kind of leaning towards Colorado, and I don't know if Mason can speak to that, but. Yeah.
Gotcha.
We'll see.
Gotcha.
We'll see.
All right. Well, thank you both for joining us. That again is Mason Wheeler and Kate Brigham, state champs in the 4A class and the fastest times in the states, regardless of classification. In fact, both from Jackson Hole High School. Mason, Kate, thank you so much. Good luck in the Nordic season this winter, and best of luck moving forward.
Thank you so much.
It's all part of First Bank of Wyoming Sports Friday live from the SVI Media Studios in Star Valley.